Yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the AEW Sidecast. My God, we're already halfway through February. This is a little bit of insane here. Welcome, everyone. It is February 15th, 2023. I almost said 22. Wow. The first day of holidays, so you know I'm a little bit off the ball. Well, I'm a lot off the ball the best times. But anyway, it's going to be a hell of a next couple hours here. Glad you could all make it, whether you're checking it out live, whether you're checking it out on demand, whether you're checking it out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Backbreaker Video, as we have, it seems like we're getting like daily content on that page. We've been usually having just daily content on the wrestling or on the video game side. Now we got daily content going up on both. So things are getting a little bit crazy here. So please feel free to check it out. A lot of crazy business going around here. I guess I'll get to the personal news before we get into AEW news, because there's a couple bombshells that dropped here in the last 24 hours for AEW. On the personal side, I just want to put my link up here for the new merch, for the merch site, because we got some new t-shirts, some new hoodies, and some new pants available. I might even get I might even set up some shorts for you guys if you're interested here. It's for the MTR Players, the newest iteration of sports team here at Backbreaker Gaming. It is, oh, wow. All my timers seem to be coming up Millhouse right now. So, it's just a reminder for everybody that checks things out. Don't hate the players, hate your game. Shout out to every wrestling fan who gets that reference on that shirt. But yes, shirts are available. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you actually do get a discount on top of the usual cheap price that I have on them for everyone. So feel free to check things out. I'm going to be picking up mine here in the next couple days here to get them shipped out, hopefully before the Electric Show League season coming up here in April. So, and the other news is that I've been talking about this forever, and it's finally happening, folks. I finally got the draw for the Alberta Esports Invitational, well, not Invitational, the Open Tournament, coming up this Saturday and Sunday. The Esports conference get together, whole bunch of fun for everybody there, and I threw $10 in and joined into the Smash tournament, so this should be rather interesting. I start at 2:00 this Saturday if anybody's interested. So, hey, Andre, how you doing, sir? I don't know about the sexy mic part, but I'll take it. Good to see you, sir. Hope everything's going well today for you. It's been a crazy 24 hours here in wrestling, and personally, like I said, we dropped a new shirt on the merch store, where I was just letting everybody know you're fine as hell, attaboy. We're gonna give you a gold coin for that one. And if anybody's interested, it's down at the Edmonton Expo Center on the east side of town. It starts 10:00 on Saturday. My first match will be on Saturday at 2:00. It's double elimination, so my goal is to win one game. Out of 167 people, I'm ranked 151st. So, according to the brackets, I'm supposed to be going 2 and out, and I like to doubt brackets because we all hate brackets. But, enough of the personal stuff. Let's get to the two big news out of AEW this week. Tony Khan just announced yesterday that ROH TV will be debuting March 2nd, which, if my math is correct, I do believe that's a Thursday. Let me take a look. Yes, it is. It will be debuting beginning of March on a Thursday. So at least we got the regular TV coming in, so you can pick that up via your Honor Club subscription, or else I believe it's Fight TV that's covering it. So yeah, I'm glad they're finally getting some TV time. It seems like all efforts to get it on broadcast TV failed. So I'm just glad the streaming services started to get some use here. So, and the other news just broke this afternoon with Sean Ross Sapp reporting that there was a talent meeting with all the female talent with Tony Khan and all the higher-ups and Thunder Rosa, which Thunder Rosa was brought in to basically apologize for all her stuff, for everything she's done, whether it be sandbagging, whether it be unprofessional, whether just rather conduct that everybody... They're trying to smooth over this little situation here, which I don't know if they're going to be able to do successfully. So if they do, more power to them. I just don't know whether I'm going to see it happening. And yes, Audrey, it's not really AEW related, but it actually, in a way, it is. I wonder how they're going to work this match out tonight here with... the father of Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Jarrett, passed away earlier this week at the age of 82. A couple of things to note about that. If you were watching wrestling in the 80s, you definitely would not have... if you were watching wrestling in the 80s before nationwide TV, odds are you were watching something from Jerry Jarrett. Jerry Jarrett and Jerry Lawler were the two that were the primary focus of setting up Memphis wrestling down in the 80s. And then as well, as Andre mentioned in the chat here, he was one of the people that helped Jeff Jarrett found TNA. TNA, which is now known as Impact Wrestling. One other side note that a lot of people don't know is, it depends on your level of sticking things out here. And of course, Audrey throws it in there right now. If during the steroid scandal in the early 90s, Vince McMahon was put on trial and there was a very high possibility, and let's face it, in 2023, we all think he probably should have went to jail at that time, but if there was a point where he was going to end up in jail, he actually had Jerry Jarrett ready to take over the WWE if there was a case of that happening. So, very influential member in wrestling today, and it's going to be interesting because Jarrett is supposed to be part of an 8-man tag here on Dynamite tonight, where he teams up with Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt to take on the team of the Acclaimed, Billy Gunn, and Orange Cassidy. Now, I don't know if Jarrett's going to be here. It actually seems rather easy for them to just pull Jarrett out of there. And also, Khan did announce that Jeff will be wrestling. Well, it looks like Jarrett will probably be getting the win out of it in that case, because I don't know, after your father dies, whether you actually would be put in a position here that put in a position where you're going to lose and you're thinking about your father and all that stuff. Who knows? It's going to be a decent performance, and Jeff's been put in a very, very weird position many times. Like, if you guys aren't familiar, Jeff Jarrett was best friends with Owen Hart, and he had to go out to the ring immediately following the death of Owen. Like when he fell to the ring, when he got carried out by paramedics and there was no response, Jeff was the first guy to come out with Deborah as part of a match. So, hey, Alexander, how you doing? Good to see you here tonight. Good to see everybody here just starting to file in real quick here. We're moments away from AEW Dynamite. But yeah, Jeff is a businessman and will do the job if he has to. Yeah, Andre, best thing I can say is it is 2023. Things have changed a fair bit now. when it comes to personal feelings and whatnot. I know Jeff's really old school, but at the same time, for mental health's sake, you know, you can't be 100% focused at this point. Well, at least they put a memoriam scream up for Jarrett. That's good. Playing a few matches on your PS4 earlier? Yes, Andre, we just saw that. Appreciate it. Fortunately, I had to make a new account. What happened to your account? Too many bans and whatnot? Oh, lost the account. Okay. Well, it sucks when you lose it. You have to spend all that time to get things back together. Oh, so they're putting it right off the top. So this is going to test all our theories right now about what's going on. Let me get the predictions up for you guys. I really hope that the Accaimed doesn't do anything stupid tonight. Because you know they want to try to with this. I'm sure Jeff would have given permission to, but at the same time... Sanjay did retire. What's today about? Well, once again, we're on AEW Dynamite. If you're in Canada here, feel free to check out TSN2 as we're watching along here. You know what, Sanjay? Let's see how much Sanjay actually gets involved in this. Right? You're from the U.S. You can check him out on TBS. And we're watching along just as the feed's going along here. If you have TBS, you can watch that as well. So, wow. I will say respectful burn for Jarrett. He's here about Jeff and Jerry. Jerry was a legend, but Jeff is a douche. I will take that. You got to give credit to Jarrett for still working after his dad passing. Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about that right before the show here, that Jeff was the guy that had to go out there and wrestle when his best friend Owen Hart fell from the top of the ring all the way down. You knew that Caster was going to get something in about Jerry on this, but at least it was a little bit... I would say this one was a little bit respectful while not respectful kind of thing, right? Look at seriously, Sanjay and his pencil neck tie. That's supposed to represent his pencil. But yeah, I don't expect Dutt to be wrestling much here. They probably warned Caster to be careful. Well, I'm pretty sure that Caster went up to Jarrett and said, look, this is what I'm going to say. Is that okay? Yeah, at the time that Owen passed, him and Jeff were best friends, tag partners. When Owen came down, he was coming down as the Blue Blazer, right? All right, you enjoy some Hogwarts. I love how they're putting up the Texas Tornado match, trying to hype it up to make it a main event, because there's not real... Like, for the last month here, we've had title matches as main events. We've had real impactful matches as mains. We don't have that tonight. Like, if our main event's going to be the BCC versus LIJ or LI... LI... Andre, you can help me here with this. LIM? Los Ingornables? Well, it's not the Japón because they're not Japanese here. But yeah, Jeff and Owen were very close at time of passing, so. But full credit to Jarrett. He is the old school man that knows completely when it comes to. He knows one style when it comes to wrestling. Your family dies, your friends die, you show up for the funeral, maybe that's about it. And then we got Satnam here. Never got a chance to watch him in the NBL in Canada here, so. Los Facción Ingornable. Okay, LFI. Thank you. Oh, he's drafted by the Mavericks. Okay. But he did play in the NBL here in Canada. That's a basketball league based in Eastern Canada in the Toronto area. And Sanjay still got the attitude, which is the most important part here. Oh, and look what we have here. The Guns just show up just as Billy gets in the ring. What a shock. I love Taz. Oh, it just could have been a coincidence that he coming out. Not a chance. Oh, this is vintage Jarrett. Here we go. Jarrett not taking a... Usually in that spot, you get Jarrett to eat a clothesline or something, just to even things out. I could see Jarrett in this match getting involved but not having too much to do with it. Like, I personally believe that Lethal's probably going to end up doing most of the work by the time everything's all said and done here, but... But it's going to be weird. Like I said tonight, we got a few matches that mean a few things here. Like we got... I thought you had to be outside the ring to accept the tag. Sanjay was halfway in. Ha! Sanjay's really playing up the cowardly manager role here. I love it. Like, I know Sanjay said that he took a lot of inspiration for what he does out of Bobby Heenan. And that's what Bobby Heenan would do in that situation there. Because a lot of people don't realize Bobby Heenan could wrestle very well. He did so in the AWA. And I'm sure Jeff's absolutely loving the fact that everybody's here yelling Jarrett sucks. Well, that's an interesting clothesline. Take 3 people out at once. They're letting him be as big as he can be here. That's one thing I do enjoy about this. And again with a hard clothesline. Well, with Satnam, they're trying to keep everything simple, which I appreciate. How come I got a feeling that this match is going to end up... Oh, Satnam blew that one. This match is going to end up being Sanjay and Orange Cassidy. I just have that feeling. The favorites are in now. Sanjay's legal. And everybody's out. Oh, it's that Golden Globe. And now everybody throws in their semi-specials here. Yep, there it is. Oh, God. What a sell. What a sell by Sanjay. He still got it. All right, Lethal breaks that up. Those two go through. Oh, here we go. Crowd's all over it. Billy, get up there. Oh, and there's Jarrett. Screws that up. Cassidy hit the... Oh, here we go. Whoa. Oh, I like this. Is he gonna... Oh, Lethal almost botched that. There we go. Now we're back to where we need to be right off the start here. That's it. 1. Nice little fun match, and we'll see what happens now that the Ass Boys are out there. I think it's more one of those, they said they're going to do the match, they're still going to do the match for it. Oh, and Aubrey's here. We gotta get all our time in, so let's get your pose down. So how's everybody's week been? We're 1 match in, 15 minutes. I'd say a pretty decent match. Not anything too crazy about it, but a little bit of fun to start off. I was going to say, Bowens, for a guy that's the expert scissor here, hasn't been, a little bit off there. Been playing way too much Shining Force. Yeah, I saw that. I've been watching on the Discord. You fire it up all the time here. Myself, I've been, we did the Hi-Fi Rush on Monday, which I'll tell you guys, if you have Game Pass, that game is definitely worth your time checking out. It's so much fun. Like, as we're running through it on stream, everybody's having a blast with it. And just, it feels so comfortable playing, so much fun. It's tough, but not overly complicated. I think that's the best way to put it. Wow. Danielson does not have to do another match for another month now. I love how they pull these up. He is contractually obligated to appear in Laredo. So we'll see what kind of crazy stuff he comes up to here. But another thing I've been playing through this week, just getting ready for stuff. So we're having this now? Okay. Let's get this prediction up here. While Moxley and Claudio are coming out here. I tried out very quickly. I tried out the tech demo for MLB The Show 23. I found I really enjoyed it personally. It seems like the system's working rather well. We are actually going to stream a little bit of that tomorrow morning here, so predictions up for the next match here, guys. We got 20 minutes here for you. But it's nice just seeing Moxley relaxing and having fun here. Looks like they've decided they're going to go with Claudio and Mox as a tag team here. All right, I see you, Claudio. That's a nice little hop there he did. But it's going to be interesting to see how much they do with this tag team as we start getting the ROH TV developed here. As we mentioned pre-show, Tony Khan's announced that ROH TV comes back Thursday, March 2nd, so we're just about 2 weeks away from it. Good thing I hit mute there because McDonald's is not getting any advertising revenue on this channel because they won't pay me right now. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where Claudio ends up because they got a hell of a bunch of challengers, but I haven't seen anybody really stepping up to take on that ROH title. I can't see Jericho going back for a rematch. Maybe Garcia moving up for it. But then there's a bunch of people sitting down on that quote-unquote roster for ROH right now. Basically, I say quote-unquote because there's a ton of people that aren't getting used right now with the excuse that they're going to be used on ROH TV. So, who knows? I really do hope that they settle things up and fix them properly here for the ROH roster, get that rolling, because once they got TV started, they got basically 5 shows to get ready for a pay-per-view. Because I think it's not Supercard. It's not Final Battle, not Supercard. Either way, the next card is on March 31st there, WrestleMania weekend. So it's on the Friday night. So that'll be it's got to be ready to be set up for then, just a week before the pay-per-view. I'm just glad that more wrestlers are going to be getting more time on essentially pay-per-view, because ROH TV is going to be available on Fight or it's either Fight TV or else the Honor Club if you're still signed up for it. Supercard. It is Supercard. Okay. My bad. Thanks, Darth Mick. I appreciate you. Appreciate you setting that up. I thought Supercard was September, but Lord knows I've made a mistake or two in my life, but let's just leave it at that. I'll throw a rim shot to say the least. Good to see you here tonight too, by the way. But yeah, for just a quick rundown as we get back to... Oh, figure 4 on the floor. Maybe I missed this when they were talking, but does this mean that... All right, there we go. Now the bell's rung. I was wondering about that. But Preston's got this different attitude now, and I'm liking the... What do you guys think of those pinstripe tights on Vance here? A little Andrade shout out there with the little variation there on the pinstripes on the pants. It's different enough without being outlandish, yeah. Like, I'll be honest, those pants are very close to what the MTR Players pants were in MLB The Show. Without the logos, of course, on them, but... I think I'm probably going to change that up this year, but last year's gear was actually looking really sweet. I love a good old-fashioned spine buster when it works properly. I will say this. When it comes to Preston Vance, as much as his look is different, I really appreciate the fact that, he got rid of the mask because, well, that's a face you can market right there. Jesus, Claudio. Do we see the return of Andrade? What do they have booked for him? That's the question I have. They should have a lot booked for him, but they don't. And now, starting in March here, we're going to start getting that opportunity to say, nice little burning hammer there. Are chairs legal in a Texas? I guess so. Texas tornado rules are all 4 people are allowed in the ring. It doesn't say you're allowed to use a chair. Well, that's a botch. Oh, God. In AEW, are there defined rules to begin with? Technically, yes. It depends how much they want to follow them. I know that you're a stickler on a few of them, but I appreciate that. And I know being a referee that I should be a little bit more, but if basically they're just saying it's no rules, then I'm fine with that. They should have called this a tag team street fight, to be honest. Maybe it's just me, but when it comes to Andrade, we're going to get signs of what's really going to happen here. I got to say between now and Mania. Because once Mania... Oh yeah, EC dub. Totally. It's the same concept. The rules are the rules until they don't need to be the rules, then they're not going to be the rules. So why should we have rules? And if you want to see the rule book, make sure you're not using it as a napkin because they are disposable. Oh, God. Nice little spirit to everybody there. That's will say that that's actually a decent dive spot for a big man that's not good at diving over the top. All right, does he have this set? What's he got set up for? Uh-oh. Ring the bell. Not the ring bell, his bell. Well, they're getting 2 segments here. I'm happy about that. As we get another commercial break here. But yeah, like we can tell once WrestleMania hits, we should have a better idea as to what is going to be happening for these rosters overall, because the ROH excuse is going to be gone. Because the ROH is established. They're going to have their wrestlers there. They have their own TV show. So hopefully the rosters, while I don't think they'll be completely exclusive, I think they should be segregated for the most part. Like, you're going to get Claudio coming onto the main show. He's just too much of a draw right now, right? So, as Moxley's bleeding once again, it's Wednesday. Moxley's bleeding. It's sort of, let's throw one into the other here. Roosh takes the blood of Moxley and puts it all over his hand. It's just creepy for me, to be perfectly frank. I'm not the biggest guy for when it comes to blood like this. Like, for as many times as Moxley cuts himself open, same with Danielson, I just find it so unnecessary. But if Tony Khan's not going to stop him and it gets over with the fans, I guess. Everybody's got their own opinions on so many different things when it comes to wrestling, so I just appreciate that everybody here can enjoy what AEW has to provide. We're not going to like everything. That's just straight up a fact. And I'll say this right now, when it comes to this show right now, there's nothing ramping things up like we saw in the last few weeks. It's not going to be the absolute top show, but I'm not going to say it was absolutely horrible either. Well, look at this for a submission. Moxley turns to them and says, "Yeah, that's right, let go." But I will say this is different. This is unique, and I appreciate this for a wear down hold like this. And Claudio's nowhere to be found. Moxley needs to find a way to fight his way out of this. There goes Vance. Wow. All right. I like the fact that Roosh is getting established as a main event player here, as he's taking on both Danielson and Moxley here. We are going to have to find a way to get... oh, good old chain to the face. Okay, so those that are looking to watch Rampage, it's going to be on 3 hours earlier. They must have some kind of NBA... Oh, it's the NBA All-Star Weekend, of course. That's why. Elevating Roosh is the right call? Absolutely. Like, Roosh is one of those young talents that you know is going to be around in the future. Like, he is in that same range as the Acclaimed. Hell, as much as Hangman Page goes up on the screen, in a way, he almost feels like he's part of that group. Because he's never really been established anywhere else besides New Japan and the original Ring of Honor. Oh, God. So this is interesting. If you're watching Claudio here, Claudio is not used to being... He's not used to throwing punches. Like, every time he's going to, it's European uppercuts. I am so glad they changed the camera view just the right time there. Is he going to get a tap out on the swing? He's too heavy to hang on to that long. Roosh with the... I thought that was going to be the finish. But Vance bled himself pretty good there. See, this is what I'm used to out of Claudio. Not these fists. Spinning wheel kick. Nice. Out of nowhere! Out of nowhere! There's some finishes. They almost got the fit. Wow. Almost in that spot there. Now we got two guys bleeding like stuffed pigs. Now this is just plain old breaking down here. Like, you take a look at that list of wrestlers there as champions for Ring of Honor. They do have a solid champions lineup. You got Claudio, you got Athena, you got Wheeler Yuta. You got the Briscoes. Well, they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with that. Jose with the shot. Where is Moxley? There's going to be a receipt coming. Oh, never mind. There's Wheeler. Yeah, and you got Joe as the last one. Sorry, I got interrupted by that shot by Jose there. You got Joe, yeah. Like, look at that roster. That's absolutely fantastic. And if you could get them to work with some of the newer talent, some of the younger talent, like, hell, Mercedes Martinez is another base. She was the women's champion before Athena here. And then look at the 6-weight. Oh, Jesus. Nice catch. Claudio with that spear. Like, I love when the spear isn't expected. And that one was a little bit more up in the air versus straight across. So it feels more natural. But if you look at the Embassy as a six people champion. Like, that's why I was glad that they had Brian Cage on here for a couple weeks, really establishing himself, too. He's trying to hang him with a chain. Here comes a bulldog choke. Yep, there you go. Chain in a 12-6. Yep. That's it. And the armbar. Moxley setting a statement. Wow. That was violent, to say the least, on a finish. Chain around your neck. All right. Well, Aubrey got back there in a hurry. Okay. Do they actually have Paige come out there for that match? Oh, and on a side note, when they just had the Dark Order come out there, Evil Uno is actually making an appearance here in April for Top Talent Pro Wrestling. I am so stoked for that. And we are 40 minutes in, and we got 2 matches done. So we got 1, 2, we should have 4 more matches tonight that are currently scheduled. And here's Jarrett Wardlow. Okay. Who was the first match? It was that 8-man with Sanjay, Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh against the Acclaimed, Billy Gunn, and Orange Cassidy. Was an okay match. Like, you feel for Jeff because his father passed away this week. He did a decent job. Sanjay was the ultimate comedy guy in that. Okay. Okay, so that's why you had the hair. It's a cool story. Well, that interview got intense in a hurry. Oh, here we go. You know what? I got the shirt. If you guys didn't see, this just came in just after Dynamite last week. Got this got the Jay Briscoe shirt in thanks to Pro Wrestling Tees. We're going to follow our rules here. The already in the ring rule. Because I totally expect Mark to walk. I really want to know what his decision's going to be about the tag titles. I actually enjoyed this promo that Mark had. It was different than all the others. Like, he was doing your typical 80s shouting promo, and then Sterling comes in and interrupts. And then he just basically ignores him and starts going back to his yelling. And it's interesting about how lack of knowledge they show when it comes to... Get the title off the ring apron. Jesus, guys. Come on. Unless it's symbolic here with having Jay in the corner. That very well could be the case. Oh, I love the back of that shirt. It's got the kids' names listed on it, on back of Mark's shirt. That's the whole family on the back, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And, of course... Okay, I see you. This is different. I for all the teams I expected to come out to save Mark Briscoe on that, I didn't exactly expect the Lucha Brothers to be those guys. Wow. That twisting suplex to the outside. Almost a version of a neck breaker there. I'm just glad that they're giving Woods some personality here. And not only personality, giving him a little bit of a shine here on Dynamite. Josh Woods is a former pure champion. And some of the best work I got to see when it comes to the old ROH was when he was working with Silas Young, the forever veteran there in Ring of Honor. If you get a chance to see Silas work, I highly recommend it. And we got Cage and Perry still tonight. So I guess we do still have 4. Yeah, we got 4 more matches. So we did have 7 total tonight. So they're staying consistent with their 7-match card for 2 hours, which, if you're looking at a typical indie show, that's probably what you're going to get for the most part when it comes to matches. So I don't mind this at all. The only difference is on an indie card, you won't get the commercial breaks in between. You'll get one intermission, and that's it. Unless you're a top talent, then they got to get out of the building at X amount of time, so you don't get that break. That was one thing I find hard to get used to. I was going to pick up some merch during the intermission of that Top Talent show. Then we found out, oh yeah, they don't have an intermission. So it's basically, yeah, no, get the hell out right now. I guess they got a deal there that they have to be out next amount of time, so the sooner they can kick everybody out, the better. But I will say this. Once you guys get a chance to watch the video of the Top Town Pro Wrestling shows, hell, most of the shows in Alberta, period. Pure Power Wrestling, Dungeon Wrestling, Love Wrestling, Real Canadian Wrestling. There's a lot of good wrestling up here in Edmonton and in Alberta, period. So, all right, here we go. Back to full camera here, finally. Uh-oh. Sterling, get out of the way or you're going to get some redneck kung fu of your own. Nice reversal there by Woods. Really good match here with these two guys. You gotta love it when Mark's relaxing and having fun out there, right? It honestly does make you feel good when a wrestler gets in there and you know what he's been through. And you can just see he's enjoying himself. Uh-oh, are we doing the triple jump? Yep. Triple jump flip to the outside. I guess if you don't have the spring boxes like Ray Phoenix and Penta, you improvise, right? Big clothesline there. Okay. Nice little power bomb there. Just, I don't know. Ethan Page to me shows up a lot better than that on that. So he burned the J. He's gonna keep the J driller. I love it. Or does he go with the froggy bow as a finish? Oh. Wow. Shout out to Doug Williams for that one. If you guys aren't familiar, Doug Williams from British Wrestling, originally in Impact, perfected that Chaos Powerbomb there. What is... Woods had the figure grip, they let it go. Whoops. Chaos German, yes. I believe you call it Chaos Effect, but... Nice little back and forth. Appreciate the pause on the Hogwarts, by the way, Andre. It was Rolling Chaos Theory. There we go. Thank you, Andre. I got a lot of brain power, but I got a lot of brain power missing some days. There it goes. The little froggy bow there to finish things off. Just as we hit the ad break on the old Twitch here. So what I'm trying to do on Twitch to make things a little easier on people, I'm trying to run like 3-minute ads before we start. That way we hold off the ads for a good hour. You know, it's a feel-good story. I love it. I love how Mark's acting right now, but I gotta ask you guys in the chat, what do you think is gonna happen with the tag titles? Is Mark gonna carry on with another partner? Is he just gonna relinquish the titles? Because they can't run without the tag titles for long, right? Gotta vacate him. I think so, Zodiac. But I also think there might be a story here. Wait a couple years and Jay's son will join Mark. You never know. I like Adam Cole here. Adam Cole get another concussion on his first bump. I hope not, but you never know. Okay. That was well I appreciate the oh god. JJ's favorite part of the show. But to me that last promo just it confused me a little bit. Like there wasn't much to it. Yes, I was sick. Yes, I'm back. No, I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but I'm back. Oh god. So we got 4 more matches and an hour 7 to go. So I would say I'd hope that we don't get. Oh God, they're doing a commercial break on his entrance. You know things are bad. Did you hear how many people called the cops last week? Supposedly. Yeah, I heard that story. And to me, it just. You know what? It's no different than when Lacey Evans got pulled over by that cop in Edmonton. It's good for the hype. But it really. Bleh. And yeah, Andre, I'm with you here. Like the MJF promos, if you learn to tighten them up a little bit, in my opinion, if you just tighten them up, it seems like if he's doing a 7. It was a fake report. There were no actual calls. Okay. You know what? They're trying to do something to get it over. Sorry, I just watched MJF splash a glass of water in somebody's face. MJF will be a hell of a champion, but I like I said, if he gets a 7-minute promo, the first 5 are good. Multiple reports reached out to the police station. They hadn't heard anything. That doesn't surprise me. And this is one, I'm just going to throw this out here right now. Wrestling media, especially this time of year, There are so many half-truths, fake truths, wannabe truths, predictions that are said as truths that come out right now through wrestling media. Whether somebody's laying out false information or somebody's just throwing something out, hoping it sticks to become a story. But I really, unless it's happening in the ring here, I don't follow it a whole lot. Wow. They're doing he's starting the promo during the commercial. He's starting a promo during the commercial. Okay. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. The biggest thing for me is I've always been told, don't do that. No, they're synced up, Andre. As you can tell, Excalibur just announced that they're back. Like, honestly, that would have been a good place to put a full commercial in, not a picture-in-picture. This is where he got trained. Oh, this is nuts. He just turned his back on him very, very slowly. What was that phrase that you used earlier? EC dub, EC dub? Because nobody cares what you're like outside the ring, you dumbass. Yeah, there you go. EC dub, EC dub. I should actually come up with that on a button for everybody. That'll be one of my goals this week. I'm on vacation. I'll set that up for next week. I'll find an audio clip of EC dub and we'll get that set up. Want the posture check? All right. Check it once again here. Thank you, Zodiac. I'm just leaning over and I'm already to fall asleep while listening to this promo. No, it's because he's a better wrestler than most. I thought it was to make money. Maybe it's just me, but I thought wrestlers got into wrestling not just because they love it, but because they like to make money. So, how much do we want to bet that they pull the Brett and Sean and don't have a single fall for an hour? Did you mention Canada? Okay. Why do I think there's going to be some kind of shenanigans that wins this? I think we're hitting that wall right now. See, like right here, this is where my cutoff point is. Why are they bringing Daniels out? He said the thing, he's done, that's it, stop. I love that they're using the TNA music for Daniels. If you guys don't know, backstage, Danielson basically is the head of talent relations for AEW, so. It's. Yeah, Daniels, yes. Ha! Okay. He paid off Daniels. Nice. All right, we'll go with this. Shout out to APW. Yep. Well, Daniels is bang on. And MJF is about to attack him in. Okay. All right. Now, Chad, I gotta ask you, does it almost feel like this should have been 2 segments over 2 weeks? Like he could have just ended the promo saying, I'm going to show you guys all about it. Next week, come out here. I have proof about how bad he is. Bring Danielson out. I love that cool effect where he got the spotlight right behind Max's head. Shouldn't we be doing the women's match now? No, I got about 10 minutes. But yes, we should be doing something besides this. Wow. Well, it looks like we found our match for MJF for next week. I wish somebody would use the term placeholder champion. Yep, there we go. And Daniels is not tapping. That's the funniest part about this. That is funny. Daniels would not tap. I'm just glad they're cutting this. Let's go now. That was too long. Absolutely. Like I said, we should have had that in 2 segments. You cut it off right when MJF says over the next few weeks, I'm going to prove it to you. And then bring out Christopher Daniels the week after. That would have made sense. What? All right. This might be the actual Thunder Rosa return, as we were talking about off the top of the show here. That they were talking about bringing her back tonight. Well, they may not have brought... Sorry. They didn't say they're bringing her back tonight. They had a talent meeting with Thunder Rosa there trying to mend fences. So I don't know whether that's going to work or not. I don't know. What do you guys think when it comes to Thunder Rosa? For all the times we've heard of sandbagging, of her hard to work with, there's been some for, some against, some believe it, some don't. She's doing Spanish commentary. Well, Sean Ross Sapp reported they had a meeting with the female talent today to say that they were trying to mend fences there. So let's get our next prediction up here because we actually have a prediction now. Because there is a possibility they could just pull it right off commentary wherever they're located here. But it's going to be fun. This is like... how many times do we get the women as the main event on Dynamite, regardless? Yeah, it was announced she was commentary while heard. Okay. Well, also, I do think they might... Is it live commentary or post? That's the other thing, Andre. By the way, predictions are up for this matchup if you're interested. And once again, we have another Ring of Honor competitor here. Oh, it's live? Okay, so maybe they pull her out of commentary somewhere. I don't know. It could also be the fact that they're just doing the first steps towards it. But you know, if the women are main eventing, something big's about to happen. one way or the other. There also could be a position here, and if you want to set the wrestling world on fire, there's somebody wrestling 2 states away on Saturday. Somebody could make an appearance without actually getting into a match. Does Brian look like he's in a diaper, huh? I would just say he has very thick glute muscles. And probably some bandages to go along with it down there right now. But I could see where you get that, Andre. But no, the one takeaway I think we could take out of this matchup here is there's been a lot of focus on there's been a ton of focus on the ROH stars tonight. With Brian Cage here, Jon Moxley. I still feel like Lethal, Dutt, and the gang are going to be ending up at ROH here sooner than later, to be perfectly honest. Yes, but Claudio was, Andre. That's why I'm saying there's a focus on. I'm not saying it's entirely that. There's even a possibility Roosh could end up in ROH here out of this. Like, I would love to see Roosh and Claudio as a main event for the pay-per-view. That'd be a banger if you ask me. I think Ruby turns heel and joins Saraya and Toni. Thunder Rosa makes a save. That almost makes the most sense out of all of it. So, personal opinion, that I would love to see. I'd love to see Ruby stay where she is. Stay on the face side and help out Britt and Jamie, and then have somebody else come in. If you want the ultimate pop, it's all right, Darth Mick. I knew what you were trying to say, so I'm trying to get that habit in myself as well. But could this be the night that they pop the Mercedes Moné card? Just for an appearance. Because New Japan's paying for a match, right? She's going to do her first match this Saturday as she takes on Kairi Sane for the IWGP Women's Championship. But who's to say she can't just show up and make an appearance and start siding with Saraya and Toni, right? I know it's a bit of a pie-in-the-sky prediction here, but you never know. You never really know. That was a really depressing commercial. Good thing I'm not watching it. Like, I'm trying to focus on the match while it's going on right now. And also talking to you guys to let you guys know about everything going on here. I will say, with the amount of picture-in-picture that these guys have done over the last 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, I've actually started to get used to starting to focus out on them. All right. I don't know what you want me to say about it, Andre. Like, yes, youth homelessness is bad. I guarantee you AEW doesn't pick the brands that TSN throws on their commercials. So, Brian Cage needs to start winning. I know I said it before, but heels need to win more in AEW. I agree. Like, we haven't had a heel perform a full... Unless you're a champion defending a championship, we haven't seen a ton of... Oh. Jesus! A sit-out Alabama slam? Is that what that is? Dang it. A sit-Alabama slam? We can go with that. Oh. Little off target there. Okay, I see you. Like you said, Zodiac, you're bang on here. Cage has to start getting some dubs. Like, I know he's a champion. He's credible, right? Alabama cousin slam. So you're going to try and suplex him to the outside? Like, why would you do that? Oh, to set up this spot. Of course. Okay, nice little... Nice splash. That was a very textbook splash. Oh. Death Valley Driver only gets you a one. Recommend watching Power Passion Pineapple. Hit the Razor's Edge Alabama into slam combo. That did start him, Andre? Okay, Jungle Boy go with a bunch of different combos there. Is he going with a hidden blade for a finish? Do they call it a pineapple party? No, I know you're watching a ton of Stardom, and good on you and Melball for your breakdowns every week on the Stardom Wrestling Review. Fantastic work as always. If you haven't got a chance to check it out on Andre and Melball's channel, make sure you check out our channel as well. Ha! CLB's back! CLB! And he's still in a sling. Please tell me he pops the arm out of the sling right away. Ah, bear spray. So that's where all the Mason, Alberta went to. So is he actually going to do something? Yep. That's what I thought. The arm is fixed now. So they finally get to finish this damn feud. Unprettier on the... Well, on the positive end to all this, we can finally get this feud out of the way. So Punk comes back and joins FTR and fights the Elite, right? I'm just going to sit back and enjoy. See what happens here, because there's been so much speculation about what's going on now. They had the same injury. Well, not everybody fixes their injuries at the same time, same pace, right? Okay. The Forbidden Door, yes. I wonder what they're going to bring out. Okay, so we got 2 matches left to go. I'll get to your comments in 1 second here as we're going on here. All right, so they're still playing up the injury poke here, so let's get back. They had the same injury. I understand that they had the same injury, Andre, but like I said, people heal at different rates. If he was using pepper spray, him being that close would result in a ton of exposure. He would be in a massive amount of spicy pain. And I know that would be a ton of spicy pain, but he was probably using some kind of water mist. But you play it up like pepper spray or bear spray or whatever, because let's face it, 95 to 100% of wrestling fans don't know what bear spray is. Like for me, I go back to WrestleMania 6 and 7. WrestleMania 7 to possibly one of the worst matches in wrestling history at Mania with the blindfold match between Rick Martel and Jake the Snake. Total fan service match. Crowd was over during it for Jake. But the concept is utterly stupid. The one time they could actually keep the masks on, though, I will give them credit for that. Part of my job is to train with Olio Resin Combat. Oh, okay. So basically, you get the gold coin for knowing exactly what's going on in that situation there. I just wish a lot more people were as smart as you. But, yeah, when it comes, they're talking about the Forbidden Door. I missed the first part of the announcement, honestly, when I was talking to you guys. I didn't hear Renee over myself, so. Not smart, just circumstance. No. Smart. You're smarter than a lot. Smarter than a lot of people. Everybody's extra smart in certain things. It's just you got to find your right niche, right? Like I could say we are a lot smarter than a lot of people when it comes to wrestling, right? So when people say they're drum, oh, it's just the Bowens dropping their Forbidden Door line, yeah. Maybe Aussie Open will show up for the casino tag match, right? For me, that would be a pretty cool situation. Have them come down, or Jeff Cobb and Great O'Con. They're busy on March 5th. What's going on March 5th? Is that another New Japan show that I missed here? Oh, okay. New Japan Cup starts there. Okay. That makes sense. Or maybe we get somebody out of AAA. There's a million different possibilities going on there for that night. Once again, just a reminder, if Kenny, got to be able to grab those balls better. Andre, in regards to your comment there.
No, please, no.
Enough said. What was that? What was that little grain there? Bray Wyatt, not a chance. Oh. Oh, that's horrible. I've been a cameraman before. Well, I guess we got to follow the rules. Already in the ring. Now, does Paige actually come out? And if he does, it's good to see that we got Kip out here. Yes, absolutely. And oh, hi, Penelope, of course. And Zodiac, if you didn't know, Penelope Ford does have her own Twitch channel as well. Not just Kip. I think it's the Penelope Ford. Well, that was a gentleman cowboy, and that's now gentlemanly thumped. I can't see it going that long here. Nice suplex stunner there. Okay. The hell? Seriously. This can't go long, can it? But we've got most of our interviews out of the way. Just remember that Kip Sabian was in the first ever AEW match. Absolutely. He's been involved in a lot of firsts. No. Excalibur just brought it up, so I don't think he would fudge that, right? Wasn't Cody and Sammy the first main event? Well, I will say there's another first for Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian was the first person in AEW pinned in picture-in-picture. Kip getting some stuff in him. I like it. And once again, we get the picture-in-picture here. So they are getting 2 segments. Because I can't see the women getting like 10 minutes as a main event. Well, it is Tony Khan, so we do have a chance of that, but I think these 3 women here as our main event will... Cody and Sammy were the first Dynamite match. Kip and Sammy were the first ever match of the pre-show Double or Nothing in 2019. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for clarifying, Andre. So technically the first match ever in AEW was Kip and Sammy. Well, at least I'm glad they found some way to keep, too much useless. You know what? Get yourself to a trivia night, Andre. You never know when those questions will come up. Wait, Andre, how did you get in that movie? I'll just show myself out. That was horrible. Definitely wasn't there. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but watching tonight's Dynamite, it just doesn't seem like it has the same momentum, same shift that we normally have with these shows. Like, usually you can get fired up pretty easily to watch a lot of this, but tonight I don't want to say it's been a slog, because it hasn't been horrible, but there's been a lot of points that just don't look right to me. When's the next pay-per-view? Exactly, March 5th. It is 3 weeks away. So we got 3 more Dynamites between now and the pay-per-view. You won't be here the next 2 weeks? Oh, sorry to see you not here, Andre, but are you going to be coming down for the pay-per-view? Because hopefully you make it down to Beercade YAG with us for the pay-per-view. As long as the boss gives you a day off. Cool. It's almost like they saw the commercial was back and now Hangman's like, nope, we're done now. Let's go. The bill could be much better. Seems like they still can't figure out what direction they want to go since Brawl Out. Honestly, I don't mind. I don't mind if they go with a different direction, but also having too many damn belts, does it help? Yeah. I'm really hoping that this next month, going into... get that damn power slap off my TV. Don't want anything near it. I'm hoping that once ROH gets settled in... Whoa! Andre, waking me up with the air horn. Attaboy. That scared it so much it actually kicked me out of the chat room for a second there. But yeah, like I'm saying here, like tonight's episode, like you need to get a few of the alerts kicking in here just to, keep yourself going at this point. Thank you for the hydrate, sir. Fortunately, I'm not going to be doing the beer hydrate. I haven't touched beer in a very long while, so there's the dead eye. You knew that was coming quicker than quicker, so... So this is going to give us about 20 minutes for our main event with the women. March 5th, we could have a beer, hopefully. Well, I don't mind having a beer once in a while, but I just haven't had a real taste for it. Is he going to do a promo about Moxley, or are we just going to go to commercial? Oh, here we go. Looks like we're getting a promo spot somehow here. Looks like we might get a last man standing match at Revolution. That to me makes the most sense. Because both guys are complaining that... All right, 15-minute promo and the women get under 10. That wouldn't surprise me. No chance in hell! Okay. So now there's the Moxley fan. Texas Death Match? Maybe. Stud. Okay. The emo cowboy. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Dark Order looking a lot smaller. Yeah, like half of them left. I'll say this: Evil Uno and John Moxley. Bam! You guys called it. Wow. So now we got an Iron Man match and a Texas Death match. So this could be a possibility we end up... This is how you get the breakup of Paige and the Dark Order. How long is this show going to be? I think you get one promo and then we're right into the main event and the girls get 15 minutes. Same amount of time as they always get. The only difference is they close out the show. Oh, Revolution? Typically, the Revolution pay-per-views run till about 1 o'clock Eastern. Like, last year, it was 5 hours. Well, most of them were 5 hours plus the pre-show, which Tony Khan is trying to really, get you geared up, right? And they're doing that on a Sunday. Yes. Three of the pay-per-views out of the 4 they have on Sundays. The one in the fall they have on the Saturday because they don't want to go into... you're aggressive, but we'll let that go here. But yeah, I can understand how people could hate a long pay-per-view like that, but okay, so we got the trios title match. You could do that on a Saturday, not on a Sunday. I get it. What Tony Khan, I think, has been trying to do a little bit more of now is try to incorporate a little bit more into the pre-show and cut that time down for the main. Then it goes till midnight, right? Midnight Eastern. But yes, typically at least 4 hours. Okay, Samoa Joe and Wardlow. So this card is turning out to be really good. Winners of the Revolution Battle Royal and the winners of the Casino Battle Royal in 2 weeks. I got a feeling because we got Supercard of Honor coming up on the 31st, we're actually going to have less people. Oh, here we go. Moxley and Evil Uno next week. So we got 6 teams in that Battle Royale. All right, so we're getting our main event here. And yeah, once again, they're going to be about 15 minutes. Hope the JAS get into the 4-way. You know what? They'll probably show up in the Battle Royal before the on the pay-per-view, right? Because there's that second spot. No, but once again, this is the last spot before the end of the show here. So normally I give you guys a little rundown what's coming up here during the week here for streaming and whatnot. First of all, thank you everybody for stopping in here. I do appreciate you here each and every week. The Revolution Battle Royal is at the pay-per-view. There is a Casino Battle Royal in 2 weeks from what I saw there, Andre. So I think that last one's the last chance spot. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to argue with you right now. So just so you guys know, tomorrow on the stream, we are going to get a little run through of the MLB The Show 23 test run here. I'm going to be doing a few online games and whatnot in the Diamond Dynasty, and we'll go through its paces and see what it's going to look like coming up for our job this spring. And then I might pop in on Friday with a little bit of Smash Online, Smash Ultimate, getting ready for the tournament on Saturday. Stay tuned on that. We're play it here or there, and then probably be on Sunday for our next stream with we'll see what the fallout is from the E-Expo coming up this weekend here in Edmonton. So Mondays we got Hi-Fi Rush, and for those that are wondering here, I'm going to throw a quick ad now so we don't have to worry about it during the main event here. So I'll just throw that now, and then we don't have to. It seemed like the timing was going to be just during the main event, so I'll just throw it in there right now. And if you guys haven't seen it, go to our merch page here. We do have some new merch that just dropped. Our new MTR Players shirt for this year just got loaded up here. So if you're interested, feel free to pick one up. If you're in the States, shipping's cheap. If you're not in the States, shipping isn't that bad, considering everything else that gets moved around here. So, but yeah, once again, thank you to everybody for popping in here and making this a very fun time here. Grateful for your opinion, Andre. And we'll move on here. I'll put that on. There we go. But yeah, let me get the prediction up here for our main event, because this really could go many ways depending how they want to do it. Really? I will admit, that is a hell of an outfit on Stokely. I'm just going to throw 10 minutes on because that's pretty much till 5 too. So predictions are up for the main event, folks. What is going on here? Ha! He just faked it. All right, so they're getting 10 minutes. Ay. Can Matt Hardy just go full manager already? Like I said, I want Matt Hardy to team up with Mark Briscoe. It just seems so perfect. I just find it, here's the other thing for me. The cheap heat you get from the middle finger, to me, just so stupid. So which independent wrestler is this? Ruby's looking like, really? You guys, what the hell are you guys doing? You'd think that okay, that was weak. That was really weak. Well, it's nice to see Britt back in the ring. Britt in singles. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's funny because Hater's trying to come out, but they got to wait for the pyro to finish. She's the biggest babyface in the women's division right now. It appears that way. Her and Jamie. It's sort of been a natural thing right now. It's almost to the point where Toni was fighting this for the longest time, and now he's just accepted it. But Britt's been running injured for a little last while, so that's why she's... Ruby just wants to win. I love this. You work out the Britt's theme? Cool. And I appreciate how they're doing this dynamic here. Like, could this be a point tonight where Ruby really doesn't choose between the two? And I do appreciate you guys throwing the main money over on Soho right now, because it seems like she's the one that, out of all this, the win for her would be somewhat of a monumental achievement here. Because she's almost the one that needs it the most compared to these other two. All you have is 30 left, Andre? You're going to have to be watching a little bit more. All right. Got a little rust. Of course, you got to throw the stretch out right now, huh? Oh, you have 8,000. Okay. And there's the special Reach for the Sky t-shirt. Sorry I had to see that, but, Andre sent in the points for it. Been watching with Shay all night. It's been a solid show. How's everyone doing? doing okay. Like I know I like what you're saying, Adam. It is a solid show. It hasn't been over the top like at other times, other weeks, but it sucks that you're only getting 10 minutes for the women's main event. But no, it's been there's been a lot of focus on the ROH stars, and that actually makes sense with the new Ring of Honor show starting up in just over 2 weeks here, March 2nd. Tony Khan just announced earlier this week, and then also setting up a few of the matches for Revolution here. Seems the cards are starting to form rather well, and that's awesome. It's awesome. We're going to see Evil Uno in a match against Jon Moxley next week. Because we're going to get a chance to see Evil Uno here in April with Top Talent Pro Wrestling. So, but I love the fact that the girls haven't slowed down at all during the commercial break because, well, frankly, they don't have the time to right now because they got 7 minutes to get their stuff in. And, of course, we're going to have something happen at the end of this. Well, here's the thing, and this is something I've talked about before. WWE has us so focused into a certain style that we're expecting something to happen at the end of this match. What if there's nothing? Yeah, I'm glad Uno is getting a match. He's a perfect guy to sacrifice to Mox. It's true. Well, with the whole story going on, the Texas Death Match going on in just a few weeks. Because, yeah, they just mentioned that. Then they're probably going to bring in Johnny Hungee's going to get a match, and or maybe they'll just do a tag with the other two, with Reynolds and Silver. But I got a feeling the entire Dark Order is going to try and interfere on behalf of Paige. Then the tag division's getting all convoluted. And if you guys from the States and whatever are wondering why they're talking about Cocaine Bear, it comes up in the picture-in-picture. I don't really like to talk about it because, I'd like to focus on the wrestling part, but... yeah. But it's going to be interesting. How many of you guys are going to see Quantum Mania when it comes out on Friday? Are you going the first day? Are you waiting? Are you not interested in seeing it? Going to see Ant-Man tomorrow night? Yeah, when it comes to that tag match, I think the four-way is more to save... Let's face it, when the Guns ended up being a part of that... when they end up getting the titles, there has been such a flop about that. That I think they want to bring in somebody else to maybe just make sure the fans don't hijack the match. So to me, it's actually pretty smart to bring another team in. 2, that's pushing it, but I'm glad that they're trying to vary things up here a bit, so it's not a complete sabotage match kind of thing. Going to see it on Saturday. Cool. This Saturday, I'm actually in the Smash Esports tournament at the Edmonton Expo, so... Oh, look at this throw here. Nice. Nice setup. See, and this is what I like about AEW. I know once in a while they screw up on some of the things. Oh, I'm in the Smash Ultimate. The draw got set up. I'm number 151 ranked right now, so which I sort of deserve because I haven't played anybody yet. So first match is a 2, and then it's double elimination. So at least I'll get 2 games in. If you guys are at all interested and you're in Edmonton, the expo is free to get into. Could that finish it? Whoa. Almost. Yeah, well, Andre, I'd beg to differ, but I'll leave that at that. I don't need to worry about that right now. Whoa! What a shot by Toni there. Super kick coming. Has to be. Oh, no, never mind. Why does Ruby feel like the worst person in this match? All right, well, those two are, no DQ. Let's just, yeah. Why are you, oh God. Why would you spray paint somebody? Oh God, this is just horrible. Oh, nice. So she took advantage for the win. So now do we get... Okay, so Ruby's all over the place here. So is Ruby going to pick a side, or are we just going to fade the black off this? Yep, we're fading the black off this. And like we said, it sucks that they're rushing this. Hey, Crowder, how you doing here tonight? I'll have to say, as we're about to fade the black, as Excalibur's running through his numerous attempts there, it seems like Dynamite tonight is a little bit, I don't want to say stagnant to be the term, but it's good. Don't get me wrong. It was a decent show. By the way, if what you guys thought of the show, please feel free to throw in the comments here. We'll chat about it here as we go along here, but it was a solid show. I'm not going to say it was a great show. The main event was a good finish, but it felt like it needed a little bit more time to be stretched out and interpolated. And that last little bit there, interaction between Hayter, Saraya, and Soho needed a little bit more time to come together and then flush out like that, right? One of the most famous wrestling adages that have come up saying, interpolated. All right, we'll go with that. When you think you're going slow enough, just go slower. I think that's what the most common phrase is that I hear when it comes to being in the ring and how fast you're working in the ring. Always try to be whenever you think you're going too fast, slow it down even more. And to me, that's what's happening with this women's feud here. the rest of the card, MJS promo, once again, it felt like it was two promos put into one segment. The pre-Christopher Daniels stuff and the post-Christopher Daniels stuff, just, it seemed off. But you can't complain about the matches. Jack Perry and Brian Cage was decent. You had the 8-man tag off the top of the show with the Acclaimed and Mr. Ass and Orange Cassidy. That was good. You had the Blackpool Combat Club against LFI, and they were doing okay. That was a good match. The Adam Page Kip Sabian match went a little longer based on what the result was after and what they wanted to do. And they got their promo segments in that they needed. The Adam Cole segment, as much as I love Adam Cole, that really didn't need to be there because it really didn't progress anything. It said, yeah, I'm injured. This is my experience. This is what was happening to me while I was injured, but I am really looking forward to being back at Revolution. He said that in LA, a month ago? He basically said the exact same thing. It's just, they're not adding anything to it. It was more of a stand pat, stay even, and just let things ride the way they are kind of thing. So for me, it's a passable one. It's not going to be a memorable one in terms of a show of Dynamite. But hopefully next week's going to turn out a lot better. We got, according to Andre, we have a Battle Royal next week for a spot at Revolution. We also have Eva Luno versus John Moxley, and they're going to announce more matches on Friday. Because if you guys are watching Rampage, remember it's 3 hours earlier. It's before SmackDown, not after this time. So make sure that you have your PVR set properly, or you're getting to your online facilities on time. So.